So if you wanna keep me company, maybe love me, give me your body and soul, body and soul.
Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be doing the interracial couple tag. We haven't saw a whole lot of these on YouTube, but the one that we saw, we're taking the questions from Mark and Najada's, that we are going to link their video at the end of this one. Alright, so this is 6 questions. Alright, so the first question is, do you only date, like for you, like would you only date white people? And for me, do I only date black people? I'll let you go first.
I date avatar people.
Oh God, stop.
Anybody. If you have a really good personality and you're beautiful.
Yeah, I would say same goes for me. Yeah. But overall, I mean, no, like, I mean, kind of like she said, pretty much anybody. Okay, question number 2 is, how does your family feel about you dating outside of your race? And I guess I'll go first for this one. Honestly, like, my family really doesn't care. Like, back in the day, you know, when we were, like, small kids, just because we came from a really, you know, small town, you know, I was, basically lived with my auntie, raised by my auntie since I was 12, and at that time, you know, she just preferred you date inside your own race. And then, I mean, when she found out that me and my cousin, like, we just had a more preference for people outside of our race, it wasn't a big deal, you know, like, she doesn't care. So overall, I would say they don't care. I mean, pretty much everybody in my family dates outside of their race now.
Well, my mom's a devil, so she did care. She didn't like me to be gay. She didn't want me to date anybody of my race. I was raised by my grandparents, and, you know, she tried to brainwash them, but it didn't work, you know, and, yeah, they didn't care if I dated women or whatever I did, or black, white, Chinese, doesn't matter.
The third question is, wouldn't it be easier to date inside of your own race?
Yeah, it would be easier. You know, a lot of people, you know, they wouldn't look at you like, what is that white girl doing with that black girl? But, you know, at the same time, it's like, you know, it is what it is. You know, you're going to also get that same hate, like, what is that girl doing with a girl? But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Okay, I pretty much just agree with her. Yeah, basically, I agree with her. Like, I mean, of course it's going to be, like, a little easier. It always is going to be when, I mean, you don't have to really think outside of your own box, but nothing great is easy, right? Number 4 is, have people ever stared at us or discriminated against us because we are an interracial couple?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, but sometimes, like, you don't know if they're staring at you, right, because, like, you know, we're 2 women, or just because we're interracial. But overall, I would say, yeah, I mean, there's always going to be those people.
Now, I went to the bathroom in this place in Richmond where I stay at. It's full. It's a lot of white. It's a lot more white people than it is black people here. So, you know what I'm saying. And I went to the bathroom. You know, they're not really open with. You know, there's not a lot of studs around this area. I went to the bathroom and I'm using the bathroom. An old lady went in there where I was. And she walked out. And she went and told somebody out there. A worker comes in there to me and said, well, a lady came to me and said that there's a man in the bathroom. I said, you see these big ass titties? Does it look like a fucking man is in his bathroom?
Number 5 is, have you ever worried about the stereotypes that come along with each other's race? Hi guys, so I just decided to read my answer to this question just because it didn't seem very deep. Like, it didn't seem like where I wanted to go. And honestly, this is such, like, a huge answer. I don't even know how I could fit it all in one video. I mean, like, all just, like, in one answer of a video. Like, it would need its own full video. But I'm just gonna read off a little poem I wrote a few months ago about an experience I had. Basically, just to kind of give you a gist of, like, my answer to this. Because overall, of course, my answer is, yes, of course I worry about that. You know, who doesn't? Don't pay attention to the way that I'm talking, and especially this huge cheek over here. I haven't been soaking. I just got my wisdom teeth out yesterday, and I had a really bad experience. They're still super swollen. I'm like a big chipmunk right now. It's kind of hard for me to open my mouth. I'm just all snuggled up on my couch with my favorite sheet. It's like so ugly, but I swear it's so comfortable. But okay, I'm just gonna get right into this poem really quick. I never knew what it felt like to be black until I sat in a classroom at a job training in Berea, Kentucky with my black girlfriend, where she was the only black person in the classroom. Where every 30-year-old white man talked with a twang and had a rebel flag on his pickup truck. And while they didn't come directly out and say anything, I couldn't help but to think in the back of my mind, are they racist? Do they think I'm a menace to society? At the end of the day, do they think their life is more valuable than mine? As if they were looking at me, and I suddenly felt black for the first time in my life. I suddenly felt uncomfortable, nervous, like I didn't belong, like people could see I was different. And then 4 o'clock came, and we left the classroom and went home, and I went to the grocery store alone, and I got to retreat back to my whiteness and comfort. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could not imagine always having to be black. Their beauty is outstanding, their culture is intriguing, but I couldn't imagine being the only brown girl in my class, and then the only brown girl in my workplace, and then the only brown girl in the middle of Kentucky walking on the land that my ancestors picked cotton on, and then were turned around and buried on piles of unmarked graves. I literally could not imagine not being able to be white again at 4 o'clock. And that doesn't make me anything but aware of my privilege, and awareness is always the first step in solving a problem. But anyways, that was just a small clip of something I wrote one day that I was feeling that I wanted to read to you guys, just to give you a glimpse into the subject. You know, it honestly goes so much deeper than that, but like I said, I would need an entire video to really sit down and talk about that, to talk about all the stereotypes you have to worry about when you date somebody outside your race, especially if you date somebody outside your race for a long period of time and plan to have a family with that person. But yeah, I just wanted to add that small little clip in here, and we're going to move on to the last question now. So the last question is, do you ever worry about your kids not fitting into a specific race? You say yeah. I mean,
who don't? In a time like this,
I never really,
you know, who doesn't?
You know, thought about it necessarily in the sense, yeah, more so I feel like they'd be picked on because they have, you know, 2 moms rather than being interracial. But I mean, somewhere in the world that's going to be a problem, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, overall I would say I haven't really worried about that specifically.
Thanks for watching. This is Orlando Bloom, and you are watching the Disney Channel.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any more recommendations, just list them down below, or if there's any other questions. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and peace,
love, and hair grease.